Yeah, we'll just get this one out of the way. Obviously, Jordan had to come off, so it's a hamstring. We won't know the severity of it. We're going to check him out when he gets home. But we had to take him out of the game. Whether that's a little one, he doesn't think it's that bad, but obviously he felt something. So you can ask me about the game and the rest of the stuff.
All right, with that said, Miles, why don't you lead us off?
Sorry, Brian, I'll ask about all of your subs at halftime. What was it seems that's when Colorado, I mean, their press became effective. Would you rethink that or what came first?
Look, when you make subs, you obviously hope that good things happen. But I brought some players on, and second half they were on top of us. Now, I'm not going to say it was only the subs that stepped on the field that caused that, because I thought Kent came on and was pretty bright. I mean, he's got some potential, but they were obviously, whatever Chris Armas said to them at halftime, they came out in the second half and were on the front foot. And so we tried to counter that with some fresh legs, some quality, and they just kept rolling. They had a lot of momentum in the second half.
And then we've asked real quick the decision not to put a man in the wall. And Christian talked. Is that something you let the players decide?
Now, Art, look, I'm going to make a decision now because that's on me. I took responsibility for it, because when it's that tight to the 18-yard box, a lot of teams around the world do it.
Mhm.
Or the way we do it is the guys just go on their tippy toes. They're not supposed to jump, because the the just the geometry, the angle of a guy that close to goal getting it up and over is very slim. So that's why I don't put a guy on the ground. But obviously they were all in the moment, heat of the moment. They jumped as high as they could, and credit Mahalovic for a smart soccer play. But we we weren't supposed to jump that high, but that's on me.
Thanks.
Jeremiah, go ahead.
Uh, what other than the energy, or is it as simple as the energy levels just being sort of different in the second half, or was there something tactically that was happening in the second half that
They played. They
was
played.
so different?
They played the same. They played direct. And look, whether you call it a 2-2-2 or whatever you want to call it, they lump the ball long. They go for seconds. And so, the one thing that I thought about, and again, Jeremiah, I'll watch the film, is they were causing us some problems with the 4-2 press. And we should have done a little bit the same to them. That was one of the adjustments at halftime, that if I had to do it over again, we would play past six of their guys and underhit Jordan or underhit Mastoski, and then try and get guys underneath. We could have done the same thing in a game like tonight, because this is a tough place to play. So, I don't think they changed tactics. I think maybe we could have changed tactics. But the story of the game for me was, again, we were just too sloppy in our possession. I mean, we gave them the momentum in a lot of different moments, first half and second half. So, I just don't think we were very sharp on the ball. I don't think Yeimer had a good game. Nuhu, Kim, the way we play out the back, or we want to play out of the back. Again, Colorado caused us some problems with pressing with four guys.
Jada, go ahead.
Thank you. Brian, Christian also had kind of talked about surviving. Does that feel like that's what maybe happened here today, to be able to survive and get out with a draw instead of a loss, because some of those defensive plays, nearly cost you some goals?
Yeah, look, it's hard to win on the road in MLS. It's hard. You take every win on the road and you're joyous, like Dallas. We were overjoyed. It was a great win, gritty. I used a bunch of different adjectives. A point on the road is also very good. So, yes, to survive, to go ahead, the goal that we scored was great. I mean, it was a great pass by Jesus, quality pass by Kalani, Masoski, 3 goals in 3 games, which is, a record for that kid. So to go up 1-0 and then survive and obviously we would love 3, but to grab a point out of here against a decent squad, it's okay.
And then Kim seemed like he had maybe got some knocks or so in the game. Is he okay, or is it like ankle or?
He is tough as nails, and he is good. I mean, I just say it. He's good. I mean, he got knocked down a couple times, but he kept challenging, never backed down. I thought his performance out of the guys on the back line, I thought his was good.
All righty, we'll circle back for some follow-ups. I see one more hand. So Jeremiah, unless any other hands come up, we'll close this out here. Well, Maz got one. So yeah, last couple. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Yeah, it seemed like Colorado was causing you some problems on set pieces as well. I counted, I think, 4 open headers off of corner kicks. Was there anything, I don't know, what would you chalk that up to?
Just good service and life or death in the penalty box. They had some guys that were active. I'm pretty confident in the way we defend corner kicks. Yes, we had a lot of them. We had to defend a lot of them. That to me is more a function of making sure your clearances are good, making sure you don't let guys running behind you. Teams are in this league are always going to be, putting teams under pressure on corner kicks. So I thought we managed that okay. We'll again, Jeremiah, watch the tape to see if there's anything that we could tweak. But the guy that came late in the first half, we just had Paul Rothrock, who's in a zone. We marked him in the second half. So they had a bunch of corners, but that's just duels inside the 18.
All right, Maz, Vito, why don't you close this out?
Yeah, Brian, just so would possession would have helped this game, because obviously your back line had a lot of heavy touches, and then your midfield had difficulty getting touches. Would possession would have helped in this game?
At 1-0 at halftime, that's exactly what we talked about, Maz. We talked about possession, where, how, why. We walk through everything, but again, this is sports, and you can draw everything up on the blackboard, but the players have to do it on the field. And again, you're giving credit to a energized, good Colorado team. Credit to Josh and his team. I mean, they were active, but again, I'll reiterate this: a point on the road is good, because if you look at the standings now, I mean, we're on 13 points, but the team that's in second place has 16. So we're only 3 points out of second. So a couple of good results. We're undefeated still. I think that's a positive coming out of this game.